Hello, this is VK3AML with the regular weekly EasyPal digital stream. One of the problems I've got is with the very uneven frequency response on what should be white noise on the top left of the display up here. I don't know what's causing that, so I'll do some more fiddling, but I'm not hopeful of having any positive result this week. So this is VK3AML with the EasyPal digital slow scan net. I hope I may be only receiving this week. We'll see if this actually receives. It'll be a good question. So VK3 Alpha Mike Lima with the I might reboot the computer. This is VK3AML. I'm rebooting. So switch off, shut down, and okay, reboot. I think. Let's hope that it does. It does. VK3 Alpha Mike Lima streaming and rebooting his computer if we're lucky. And now you know whose computer it is. FTZD. This may prove to be a very tedious exercise, but we'll reboot EasyPal again. And that. And get rid of that. That may be a problem. And put that on. So you're seeing we're going through a booting process. That's better. That audio's good. Looks like I've corrected the audio problem I rebooted. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. I've rebooted and it's all okay. VK3 Alpha Mike Lima. Now if I can find... Oh dear. Dear. For the next 10 minutes you won't see much on this stream. 10 minutes in it will begin properly. This is VK3AML. It's 8:50 p.m. 8:50 p.m. and I'm searching around actually for my memory stick so I can stick some photos into this here computer. Anyway, right, now we go to computer, open F, transfer that in there, and we're transferring. What I'm doing at the moment is on the other computer I'm transferring photos into a memory stick so I can put them into this computer and then transfer them onto EasyPal for conversion into an audio stream on 2 meters. Oh, come on, this is all so slow. Eject disk F, get that out, do a bit of fiddling here. It really is a problem seeing, there we go. Okay, we go like that. And I've got the wrong file. So out it comes. Silly boy. Probably losing people on the net rapidly with this, but anyway, has to be done. Early days. Open DSSTV file, copy here, 210 megabytes, that's nice and small, and it's copying, and we've got it. Whip it out, put it in. And now my brick, there we go. That out. Now, see if I can do this. Good, got it. 1326 will do, I hope. That will convert to something in the transmit frame, I hope. Come on, come on, come on. Nothing. Ah, there we go. That's the wall of, just get that centered correctly. We're looking at the wall of solar panels on Deal Island in Bass Strait, and I'll be transmitting that picture hopefully over the EasyPal net a little bit later. So, VK3AML gradually getting there. Okay, I've got the stream running, seems to be running okay, VK3AML. It says YouTube is not receiving enough Oh, there we are, excellent connection. Now let's go back to OBS software. Get that right. At the moment I can't, I can only stream, from the webcam. I can't stream direct from that screen. There's something stopping me using OBS software to stream by screen grabbing while I'm running EasyPal. The two programs seem to conflict. So for the moment we're restricted to transmitting by pointing a webcam at a tablet computer. I hope there are about 4 or 5 people watching, and it's now 3 minutes to the start time for the net. So we're just standing by. Apologies for the pause, but them's the breaks. Is anybody out there actually watching the stream at the moment? Can tell me whether it's working properly? VK3AML. What you're looking at there, for the people on the stream who might be interested, is the solar panel wall and the radio room on Deal Island in the middle of Bass Strait, which we visited in January. That's the solar panel wall. In fact, that might look better on full screen for a few minutes. No data. This stream will end shortly unless you restart it in your streaming software. Oh, bother. We've got irregular streaming going on. I hope it's still working. And we're buffering again. I wonder why it says open widget. Stream is healthy, error. And how do I get rid of widget? Stream status poor. Internet connection's extremely poor. We're losing 28. Connecting, reconnecting. So we'll just do the best we can. VK3AML. Is somebody going to do the opening announcement for the EasyPal net, VK3AML?
Yeah, sorry Chris, I just had the BTT button disconnected, so I just plugged it back in. I should be good to go. Are you hearing me okay there, Chris? VK3AML, VK3FTZD?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Yeah, excellent. Trying out a new mixer, or actually old school mixer, rack school mixer, rack mount, 2 microphone input, and also PC input or stereo input, so I can run these. I'm trying this mixer, see how it sounds. Okay, cool. With that, it is 9 o'clock. It is time for the EasyPal net. My name is Tim, VK3FTZD. I'm tonight's host for the EasyPowerNet. The net is a sanctioned activity by the repeater owner-operator Amateur Radio Victoria, and we thank them for allowing us to use this repeater for our hobby. EasyPower is digital slow scan imaging software that we use to transmit and receive digital images as well as large bodies of text and various other media. The method is digital and therefore it is higher quality and less time than what slow scan can provide, and it uses DRM method with multiple subcarriers to transmit the images. I will now stand by for any check-ins for tonight's net. This is VK3FTZD and the EasyPower net.
VK3 Alpha Mike Lima.
VK3 Bravo Oscar Tango.
Chris 3CJN has messaged me to say that he probably won't be on tonight.
VK3 Delta Uniform Bravo.
Sorry, just turn one of the other radios off in the background. Okay, we've got VK3 AML, VK3 BOT and VK3 DUB, and it's sad to hear that Chris might not be able to join, VK3 CJN might not be able to join. Any more check-ins for tonight's net? Okay, nothing else heard. It's only 4 of us tonight so far. We'll see how we go through the night if we get any more check-ins. Okay, we'll start off with Chris, VK3 AML, for the first image for the night. How are you? How's your week been? And yeah, transmit when you are ready.
Yeah, thanks Tim. I've got major connection problems on internet. The OBS software stream is going on again, off again, on again, off again. I think Prue may be watching something on internet in the other room which is causing us to have lower than normal connection rate, and the OBS software indicates that the internet connection is poor. So we'll just have to bear with it and see what goes on with the internet stream. I suspect it's stopping, starting on about a 30-second stop-start basis. The week it's been pretty good, and things are looking up with regard to getting back in contact with people, so I suppose it could be a lot worse. VK3AML with an EasyPower pick on the drop of the repeater. And now we're transmitting, so I'll listen off the off-air monitor. Level may be a bit high, I'm not sure. The one person whose picture output I can't monitor is my own. So just to give an idea, we put the transmit picture into that box. On the left hand side we get the waterfall display of the received multi-subcarrier stream. It's frequently 64 subcarriers, and it produces a result which has better sig-to-noise and far better definition than standard slow scan in a short transmission time, in particular at the moment 71 seconds for me. This is the progress of the transmit, which will come to an end in a minute. And hopefully they've got it.
VK3AML, VK3FTZD and the Easy Power Net. Full decode on that at 22 dB here. So excellent levels there, Chris. VK3BOT, Stan, how did you go getting that image?
Well, I don't think it's going to happen for me tonight, gentlemen, because all I've got is static on this frequency. It did lock a couple of times for Chris, but the very best that I got was around about 12 dB. And out of, I think it's 138 segments, I've got 92 missing. So I'm going to pack it in because there's no point in going like this. I can actually hear the static over the top of Chris's signal, and also with Tim, when you are speaking, I can hear the static very, very loud over the top of you. So obviously conditions between Frankston and the repeater tonight are Scheisenhausen. So I shall quit while I'm in front. I'll come back next week, gentlemen. Sorry to be a pest, but well, that's how it is. VK3VFTZD, VK3BOT.
No worries there, Stan. Sorry to hear. Bit of a shame. Must be the weather, though, I guess. VK3DUB, how did you go getting that image? This test my memory. James.
Yeah, VK3DUB, it's Grayson over here. I think GTG is James from last week. But yeah, I got a full decode on that at 18 dB, so coming through alright on my end. Looks like some sort of remote Radio Shack if I had to have a guess. VK3FTZD with the group, VK3DB.
Sorry, yes, GTG was James. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, excellent. Good stuff. VK3AML4, comment on that image.
Okay, this is the solar panel wall on Deal Island, and that's is at the old Lighthouse Keepers settlement. OBS is indicating connecting, reconnecting, dropping, reconnecting, dropping, reconnecting. So the internet here is absolutely crawling. I don't expect much out of the YouTube stream under these circumstances. But anyway, yeah, that was taken on about the 9th of January last, in the middle of Bass Strait, VK3 FTZD, VK3AML.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks there, Chris. Excellent image as always. Okay, Stan, did you want to have an attempt at transmitting an image tonight before you go, VK3BOT? I think Stan's already left. Okay, no worries. 73 Stan, and we'll talk to you later on. Okay, Grayson, VK3DUB, you're up for an image when you're ready. How's your week been and how are you?
Yeah, it's been a not too bad of a week. Hopefully we'll be allowed outside the house again as of tomorrow and going forward. Apart from that, I was glad to see all my antennas and things managed to stay on the roof during the wind last night. It was definitely a bit of a stress test. It's the first time I've had them up in any sort of conditions like that. So nothing fell off, which was good, and I was happy about that. But VK3DUB with an easy pale peak when the repeater drops.
And it doesn't look like 3DUB's got much of an image up. VK3AML just standing by for VK3DUB.
VK3DUB, VK3FTZD, and the Easy Power Net. Full decode, 20 dB here, and I'm guessing that's a DVR that's sitting inside up in the tree, and DVR being a video surveillance recording device. Quite amusing. VK3AML, Chris, how did you go decoding this image?
Yes, I've got that image under surveillance, whatever that might be. Surveillance. Sounds like something out of King Arthur and his round table. Surveillance. And it varied from 16 dB to 23 at the end. So I was setting up the audio this week. Something in the computer must have been knocked in the way of sound settings, so it's a bit wonky. I'm getting it back on track now. The OBS connection is okay at the moment, and we have a few viewers there. I suspect that there are a couple in Tasmania. I spoke to one of them today, Mike 7MJ. But I'd be interested to know where this is. VK3 FTZD, VK3 AML.
Thanks, Chris. So would I. VK3DUB for comment on this one.
Yeah, so I took that photo probably over 10 years ago now. It's out the back of Halls Creek in Western Australia, if anyone knows sort of that area. There's a whole bunch of abandoned mine sites out there, and this was at the entrance to an abandoned gold mine. And yeah, it's an old VCR that's sort of jammed up in the tree there, and you're probably 6 hours from the nearest sort of town when you're looking at that. So driving along a little two-wheel four-wheel drive track, and you come across that, I got a good giggle out of it at the time, and I just dug it up today, so thought I'd send it through. VK3 FTZD, VK3 DUB.
Excellent image. Very, very amusing. I quite enjoyed that. It's clever. Okay. I have an image ready to go of a PCB repair I did today. It's an MMDVM hotspot. It's a dual hotspot. So anyone guess what I replaced on this would be a fun one. VK3FTZD with an Easy Power image at the drop of the repeater.
got no audio, Tim.
Helps if I turn the microphone back on. I was wondering why my monitor wasn't working. Acknowledging Terry, VK3FTJS. VK3AML, Chris, how did you go decoding this image?
19 dB. Interesting printed circuit board. What's this all about? PWR, COS, PTT, D, DMR. Oh, okay. I think I get it.
VK3DUB, how did you go with this one?
Yeah, full decode, 16 dB. I'm trying to play spot the repair here. If it's that chip in the middle, you've done a very, very good job of it. VK3 FTZD, VK3 DB.
Yeah, no worries. And Terry, VK3FTJS, did you get a decode on this image?
Yeah, 17 dB. Decode. And you got it running, finally. Go, good stuff. Good to see, mate.
Yeah, what a pain. So, the big chip in the middle, it's an STM32F103 chip. So it's an STM32 chip. A little microprocessor, and while it was booting up, there was no communication on the UART bus at all, and I could put it into its boot mode, into its bootloader mode, and that would be where you would flash its system into it, but it would not accept it. So I had another little hotspot here, a simplex hotspot that I bought at a Hamfest for really, really cheap because it had no receive on UHF. Basically, someone had overloaded the input, probably pushing 20 watts into it or 10 watts even into it, and that would kill the RF circuit. But it has a perfect STM32 chip in it. So I swapped them over, reloaded the firmware to the correct type of firmware for this board, and away it works. And it works, a treat. So this is an MMDVM hotspot, basically converts the internet signal into an RF signal as the digital format, in my case DMR, so the DMR light up. You've got power light, COS light, PTT light, D-Star, DMR, Yaesu Fusion, P25 and NXDN on it, and it'll also do POC-SAG as well, so your pager signals. There you go. I think that's a fairly good explanation. And yes, it was a fun job to replace it. Luckily, I've got the heat gun here to remove the old one safely and put the new one on. With that, it's over to Terry, VK3FTJS, for an image. And how are you, and how's things been for this week?
Yeah, a bit of a heavy week, as a few of you know, and yeah, had a few people pass away, and yeah, it's been a bit different, but yeah, other than that, yeah, very quiet, and good news on the operation and hearts and stuff, so yeah, it's all, it's been a bit of a roller coaster week, but yeah, good to see that image, and yeah, 17 on that, but alright, I'll send an image through anyhow. This is just to get going. I hope everybody didn't suffer too much damage in the winds, and we'll see how we go with this.
VK3FTJS, VK3FTZD. Full decode on that at 20 dB here. Unfortunately, because I have my EasyPower set up to give the call sign and date received and stuff at the top of the screen, I've missed out the very first line of that image of the text. I'm sure when we come around to you, you'll tell us what that says. VK3AML, Chris, how did you go decoding that image?
22 dB, no problem at all, and it's now streaming reasonably reliably onto internet. So I think we have about 4 viewers there. VK3FTZD, VK3AML.
Excellent, good stuff, good stuff. VK3 DUB, how did you go decoding this image?
Yeah, I got that at 19 dB, no issues at all, but I did get a good giggle out of it. VK3 FTZD, VK3 DB.
Excellent, and a word from the sponsor. Okay, Terry, please explain VK3 FTJS, VK3 FTZD.
Transmission's a little bit rough. Growl's in third, wine's in fourth.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
He asked for that. Ask a silly question.
Okay, VK3AML for the next image when you are ready. There, Chris.
3BK.
Ah, the new bit.
Acknowledging Andrew, VK3BEK. How are you this evening?
Oh, not too bad. I'm standing in the middle of my living room, the Redivus, if you remember that. It's been a very long time since I've been on air. I've just moved to Cranbourne and I wanted to see if I could hit the repeater, and you guys are on. Unfortunately, I don't have a setup for EasyPal going at the moment, but I'm sure that'll come up eventually. Back to you.
Ah, excellent. Yeah, full quietening into the repeater there. I was probably a tiny bit of static, but you're on a handheld, so it's understandable. Excellent, excellent. It's good to hear your voice. Haven't heard you on air for a long time.
Been quite a while. Unfortunately, I've been moving around. Down in Cranbourne West now, and I've just discovered I actually have line of sight to this repeater. So I think the situation, living in a sort of low-lying pocket of land as I am, is not as dire as I thought. But it's good to hear everyone on there. I might try decoding with an SDR as I did when I was back at Rowville. But yeah, I think due to the lack of handfests, etc., I haven't really been seeing all that many people. But it's good to hear all the old crew on the net and some new faces as well. So I might pop in and out if I hear something of interest. But unfortunately, I haven't charged the battery on the handheld since well, probably 6 months ago. I'm amazed it still has charge, so I may drop out. But anyway, great to hear all of you guys. I'll hand it back to you. I'll stop waffling on.
Yes. Andrew, there is a stream that Chris, VK